I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The vision of Doral Academy Charter Middle High School is to set the standard for outstanding student achievement while providing a safe and nurturing academic environment.
Good morning, Firebirds. My name is Lise Fonseca. Today, Friday the 16th of September, marks the first episode of the 4th season of our weekly show, The Rise. Coming up on this week's show, a look into the outstanding school news, a feature on a student and their community service, and a sit-down between a 6th grader and a senior. All this and more coming up on today's edition of The Rise. Doral Academy's Welcome Committee has kick-started again this year with a goal to give new students a chance to interact with one another and a space to make in-school connections. One of the events they host is Come Eat With Us, in which new students are welcome to gather in class 214B and share a meal together with the goal of making new friends. This event is open to all new students who are hoping to connect with others and would like to make their first year at Doral more memorable. For those who are interested, more information can be found on the Doral Academy Instagram. The U.S. Open Tennis Championships is one of the most popular tennis tournaments in the world, featuring internationally renowned players, and this year featuring our very own fellow Firebird, Valeria Rai. Playing in the junior division, Valeria played both singles and doubles match on the U.S. Open courts in New York. This Firebird tennis player is hopeful for the future, knowing that she'll return to the U.S. Open next year and give everything she's got. Community service is an important part of our high school careers, and it comes in many different forms. For Firebird, Chelsea, and Amora, community service comes in the form of a book drive, in which she hopes to make an impact on people in need. Here's Andrea Colon with more.
As many of us find different ways in expressing ourselves, one of our very own Firebirds helps others do just that with her community service project. One of the most valuable assets in order to achieve success is literature.
My biggest concern was making sure that people understand that students are the future. The kids sitting next to you in class, the students to the left, the students to the right, they're going to grow up, and everything that you do, everything that the teacher does, has an impactful influence on who they become. And so this drive focuses on the literature side of it. So the educational side in the English department, how we as students read books and we learn so much from them, and they can help us develop into a new person just by reading.
This drive focuses on how deeply students are influenced by literature and words.
Literature is power because words are powerful. So I think it is one of the strongest tools and one of the biggest eye-opening things that we can do for others. It is literally giving somebody power. It's giving somebody insight. It's giving them what they need to be successful.
Although Chelsea's community service project is just a part of her sharing her passion for literature, her goals are focused more on the future and education of the students.
Definitely to grow would be my biggest goal, and then of course to kind of get that idea across that students are the future and students can impact each other just by using their words. So these kids are literal pen pals, but they don't even know each other, and everything's kind of like anonymous, but they're learning from each other. And maybe one of these kids who do this assignment, they learn that maybe they want to do something else when they grow up. While there are many teachers who have already joined the Drive to Revive movement, if you're looking for more information or looking to have your organization or club join the movement, reach out to us at thedrivetorevivemiami@gmail.com or follow us on Instagram for more information.
Signing off from Firebird TV, I'm Andrea Colon reporting.
Seniors, do you remember what it was like to be a 6th grader? As the youngest group in school, they want to know what it means to be a graduating senior. We sat down with 2 students to hear their perspectives on the school and what comes after the fact.
What's your name?
Mia.
Okay, Mia, nice to meet you.
Nice to
I'm Jose.
Nice
Nice to
So,
meet you, Jose.
you're a 6th grader, right?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Oh.
Well, it's good in the moment.
Yeah.
You'll learn to hate it, but you'll live, you learn. So what do you want to talk about today?
What advice do you have for me, because I'm gonna be here for like the rest of my life? Well, at least what it
feels
seems like
like
the
it,
rest
right?
of my life.
Yeah. First of all, I'd say for future years, check the syllabus, but don't buy a lot of the school supplies. Make sure you have your essentials for the first day of school, but after that, just talk to your teachers and see what you actually need.
Yeah, I could use that like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you have the big book bag? Everyone does.
That's the one that I have.
Do all your work. It's really hard to actually want to do it. It's hard to find the motivation, but you have to do it. Getting into the habit when you're in 6th grade is a really important thing, because if you don't get into the habit when you're young, it gets harder when you get older.
You're gonna get a 0.00.
Yeah, you'll end up with a 0.00 in creative writing.
Oh jeez.
It's unfortunate. It happens though. You'll have your off times, but the important part is to learn from your mistakes and grow from it. Do you have any advice you want to give me as a senior going into my future?
Yeah, so I think, and this happens like with summer, with winter, I feel like we all take it for granted because we're like, oh, I just want to go to school already, like I'm so bored. And then we're in school, I'm like, I wish it was summer, you know? And I think that's the same thing for seniors, you know, because when you're like new to a place, you kind of forget what it's like to be new because you spent an entire year like being at the top, you know, like you're like on top of everything. But when you're new, I feel like it's kind of just like a really, really fresh start, and sometimes it doesn't always feel like a good thing. So maybe just like kind of live in the moment, you know? Like, don't stress.
Yeah, I'll definitely take that into account.
As for like your personal life, I think it's kind of important that you like mature a little, because I feel like when you're in high school, it's like all like, oh my god, I have a girlfriend, oh my god, I have a boyfriend, like, you know, that's the most important thing in the world. It's really not. Like, you just gotta be like, it's good to have friends, but like, really sometimes all I need is myself. Ground yourself, be like, right now, is this friend lying to me the most important thing? It's not. It's not.
We know the Doral Academy is very passionate about its sports teams, so we want to do them justice. Here's Francisco Vera highlighting the athletic news with our weekly sports report.
Good morning, Firebirds. I'm Francisco Vera, bringing to you what happened this week in sports. On Wednesday afternoon, our varsity volleyball team played against Archbishop Coleman Carroll. Our Firebirds swept the Bulldogs with a score of 3-0, winning each set 25-12, 25-15, and 25-23 respectively. They have a tournament this weekend in Orlando and will play against American Heritage next week. Yesterday, our Firebird swim team had a meet against Westminster Christian, which was canceled halfway through due to lightning. However, our boys and girls still got the win with a score of 3-0 and 2-1 respectively. After a dominating performance last week, our football team will travel to West Palm Beach to play Cardinal Newman at 7 p.m. tonight. Best of luck, and let's bring home the win. Our Firebird cross-country team will be heading out to South Country Regional Park in Boca Raton to compete in the Spanish River Invitational. This invitational event will be taking place tomorrow at 7:15 a.m. That's all for this week in sports. Signing off, I'm Francisco Vera. Now back to your anchor.
Students at Doral Academy have a lot on their plate, and it sometimes may be hard to manage all your activities. Here are your weekly announcements to keep you updated with the important school news. Model United Nations is having their informational meeting in room 205A on Monday. It will begin at 2:45 p.m. for high schoolers and 3:45 p.m. for middle schoolers. Spanish Honor Society is having their first meeting of the school year on Tuesday in room 406H, starting at 2:40 p.m. For those taking AP Lit, there will be tutoring sessions hosted in Mr. Montenegro's room 506H today after school. The Middle School Robotics Club will be hosting tryouts for programmers today at 3:45 p.m. Good luck to those trying out. National English Honor Society acceptance emails have been sent out. Make sure to check your emails if you applied. If you want to promote an event in the morning announcements, scan the following QR code and fill out our Google form. That wraps up the first episode of the 4th season of The Rise. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. From all of us here at FBTV, we wish you a fun and great weekend. Signing off from The Rise, I'm Nice Fonseca reporting.